Alrighty. Happy Monday, everybody. I'm just kind of finishing getting everything set up. I want to make sure you guys have some time to quickly look over what equipment you guys need. If you're doing this live with me, definitely make sure you have everything near you. Obviously, if you're doing this on your own later, you can always pause the video and kind of make sure you get set up before starting our warm-up. Again, my name is Kayla. This is our Strength 1 class, part of our Strength series. So you have Strength 1 on Monday with me, followed by some cardio and stretching tomorrow, and then on Wednesday you have Strength 2 with Lori. After our class today, I'm not going to be doing a ton of stretching because Lori's going to be going live with her own stretching. So stay tuned for that. If you're doing this later on your own, just check out her video right after, okay? I'm ready to get to it on this Monday. I hope you are too. Let's go over what equipment you guys need, and then let's get started. So today you will definitely need either a dumbbell or resistance band, which is pretty common in our strength series. So I have a 20-pound dumbbell. That's all that I own. If you have 2 5s, a 10-pound, whatever it is, have those weights nearby. I also have a resistance band with handles. Now, depending if you only have a resistance band, you might want to have a few different of the resistances nearby. I'm going to go light today because later today we're going to do some front and lateral raises. And since I don't have light dumbbells, I will be using my band. So keep that in mind. There's going to be some exercises you want to go heavy and some you want to go lighter on. And then last but not least, you do want some type of either a yoga block or it could be a thick book or a couple books stacked up. You can even use like a coffee table or a sturdy elevated surface. The glute band is completely optional. It's just depending on how advanced you want to go for our glute bridge today. Some of you guys might have this, some of you guys might not, but just you need a loop band that you're going to be able to put above your knees, okay? All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started with our warm-up. I'm excited. Let me get my music up a little bit. Hope you guys had a great Halloween. Let's burn off some of that candy. Let's start off with some chest openers. Elbows slightly bent, opening up. Keeping that core nice and tight. Woo, I don't want you to think about anything else right now except this workout. Good. We're going to do some side raises in 3, 2, 1. I said side raises. I meant side reaches. Same thing. Take your time here. Reach over. If you're joining on again, make sure to check over the list of equipment. Three, 2, and 1. Let's do some big forward circles. Warm up those shoulders. Good. Take it backwards. Reach those fingertips behind you. Nice and open. Relax. Let's go ahead and take those feet underneath those hips. Get that core nice and tight and pull those shoulders back. Hands behind our head. We've got 10. Good morning. Let's go. Flat back. Push those hips behind you. You want to feel that stretch in your hamstring and glutes. Good. After your 10, go ahead and make it your way down to the floor here. You can modify into a plank on your knees, working up on your toes, but we're going to have 20 alternating shoulder taps, okay? Part of our warm-up, let's get those shoulders nice and warm before we get started. All right, so go ahead and get into your plank. We're going to start in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. 20. Try to keep that core nice and tight. And not shift too much in those hips. Good. Once you finish your 20, take a child's pose. Good. Come back up to tabletop position. So I want you to get those knees underneath those hips, hands underneath those shoulders. Go ahead and give me 5 slow cat-cows. Letting that belly button sink, opening up through that spine. And last thing, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to do 10 donkey kicks, followed by 10 fire hydrants. Warm up those glutes, and we're going to get started. So a reminder on those donkey kicks, keep that core nice and tight. We're going to extend one leg behind us, squeezing that glute. I want to make sure, though, that you're not arching. We're not throwing that leg back. We are kicking it, squeezing, bringing that knee back in, extending. So 10 donkey kicks, followed by 10 fire hydrants, which is that lateral raise out to the side, okay? So let's go ahead and start with our right leg, get stacked up, and let's begin. 10 on our right leg. Add that squeeze. Immediately followed by 10 fire hydrants. And then make sure to do that left side, same thing. Followed by those fire hydrants. Come on, guys. Almost there. And relax. All right, guys, let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and pause my music so you guys can hear me nice and well. Hopefully you guys are nice and warmed up. Make sure you have your equipment near you. This is going to be an instance where I set a timer. You're going to go at your own pace, but our goal is going to be to get 3, if not 4 sets of all the exercises. You might do more than that, you might do less than that, but the goal is 3 to 4 sets. You got to be thinking as you do them, you can have rest between the exercises, or you could complete all of the exercises, rest for, however long, and then continue on. I will give you time updates throughout. So let's go over the exercises, make sure you feel well, and then we'll get started. So I'm going to angle my camera down a little bit for you guys. Okay. All right. Very first circuit we've got today, you will need a block or a set of books, or again, elevate yourself to a coffee table. So I'm going to place this on the floor. You can decide on the height, especially if you have a yoga block or if you're stacking up books. We're going to have our hands underneath our shoulders on either side of that block. Now, some of you guys are going to have to modify your knees. Just make sure our bottoms are not up in the air. I want you to lock in those hips, lock in that core, because what we're going to do are 3 count negative push-ups today. I want you to focus on making sure our elbows are not flaring to our sides. I want to keep them nice and tucked in at a 45-degree angle. We're going to slowly go 3, 2, 1, tap, and then come up. 3, 2, 1, tap, and then back up. So you'll notice I'm going slow and controlled on the way down, and then I'm shooting back up. Now you might not be able to go super fast on the way back up, which is totally fine. Just try your best on it too. Please modify on your knees if you need. You can be on your toes if you're more advanced. If you are more advanced and 10 push-ups is really easy for you, think about maybe doing a 5 count negative instead of 3 count, making that a little bit more difficult. If it's still too hard to do these push-ups, elevate yourself to a coffee table. Same thing, you'll be on your knees. Imagine I've got it here. You'll still do 3 counts and then push back up, but you're going to have less of your body weight in that position. Then immediately after, you're going to have 10 skull crushers. So let's go over this, both options if you have a weight or a band. If you have a weight, we're going to be flat on the floor. You're going to start the weight up. Make sure you've got a nice secure grip. So if you have a heavy weight, you're holding on to both ends. If you have 2 weights, you can either smush them together. You choose what you feel comfortable with. Then keep your elbows in place. We're going to let that weight slowly drop back by our head, but again, not touching our head. And then we're going to bring it up and squeeze the back of our arms. So lift up, squeeze, relax, okay? Just please be careful of your face. If you're nervous about that, you can imagine me standing here. You can do overhead tricep extensions. That's also fine if you're too nervous about the skull crushers. Or again, if you have a band, what you can do instead, step on it here, feet underneath your hips, and do 10 tricep kickbacks, but just give me a big squeeze up top, okay? And then last but not least, you have 20, yes, I said 20 glute bridges. If you have a band, I would like you to slip that band over your knees. I want heels underneath knees, feet hip width apart, nice and flat on the ground. We're going to come up, squeeze that booty, push out on that band so you should get a good burning sensation. We're going to go all the way back down, tap, all the way back up. Make sure we're not overextending and feeling this in our low back. I want you to keep that tension on your glutes and your core nice and tight. If you don't have a band, that's okay. Still do 20. You can always add a weight on top of your hips if you would like, okay? So we're going to start a 10-minute timer, going at our own pace. Keep track of how many sets you do. You can always comment, let me know after class, okay? So guys, let's get ready. Starting off with our block, 10 push-ups with a 3 count negative, 10 skull crushers, and then 20 glute bridges, okay? All right, getting set up here. All right, guys, you have 10 seconds. Starting my 10-minute timer, so again, 10 minutes to do as many as we can, with rest. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So 3 count negative, and then power up. If you need to take breaks between reps, you can do a child's pose. So you can take a little rest and then go back into it. All right, I'm doing my skull crushers on the floor. And remember, if 10 reps is too much for you guys, depending on your weight, you can always increase or decrease the reps. Watch your face on these. And I am going to use my band on these glute bridges. So again, make sure it's just about an inch or two above your knees. Whew. All right, I'm going on to set 2. Now you can rest if you need. If not, keep it going. Remember, for my banded people, remember, stand up. You can do those elbows in, tricep extension, kickbacks, or the weight over your head if you're getting nervous on these skull crushers. We're at 6 minutes and 30 seconds left. I'm going on to my glute bridges. All right, moving on to my third set. We've got 5 minutes and 40 seconds left. We're going to take drink breaks too as you need, guys. Those push-ups are going to get hard. Halfway, guys. 5 minutes left. Push-ups are tough. Give yourself some credit. Even if you need to do less than 10 reps. I want those glutes burning. So give me a good squeeze up top. Try to make it to 20 reps if you can. All right, guys, moving on to my fourth set. We have 3 minutes and 15 seconds left. Maybe you're already on your fourth set. Maybe you're not. That's okay. Just keep it going here. right, guys, we have 1 minute and 40 seconds left. So since I'm ending on glute bridges, if there's still time, I might just go a little bit over 20 reps. You can too if you want to burn out, depending where you're at. Anything because I just want to do 4 sets of push-ups. So we're going to do 5 sets today. All right, gearing up. We got 1 minute, 15 seconds left. Keep it going, guys. We got 30 seconds. We'll try to bust out a couple more. Woo, 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Woo. All right, if you have a band on you, go ahead and slip it off, guys. Grab a drink. I'm going to grab one myself. Whew. All right. Hopefully you felt at least something burning. Either your chest, your arms, or your glutes. I'm excited for this last round we have. Right now you should be really warmed up. So it's going to be perfect for this next round here. Let's go over there. All right. So I'm going to explain while you guys rest. It's going to be the same format. So you guys are going to go at your own pace. We're going to start off with RDLs or Romanian deadlifts. So let's go over it real quick. And I'm going to show you the 2 options you have. I'm going to demo this with a dumbbell, guys. But just know on the bands, just step on them, feet hip width apart, and grab the bands. You can do the exact same thing, okay? So if you want to do a regular RDL, feet are under those hips, knees slightly bent, and just like our good morning, the warm-up, I want you to get a flat back, pull those shoulders back. You're going to let the weight slide down your thighs, right until you get about to your knees or a nice flat tabletop back. Then we're going to come up, squeeze our glutes. So flat back, come up, squeeze our glutes. We're going to feel this in our hamstring and our bottoms, okay? Now, that's going to be 15 reps at a nice moderate pace if you're just doing, if you're doing both legs. If you're doing single leg, when I say single leg today, I prefer to have one foot just elevated on the floor. So if you can see here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop up on my toes of my left leg. So my right leg is straight, okay? So left leg is bent, and I'm going to slowly slide down. But I'm going to feel more of it in my right leg by having one leg up. So again, if you're doing that, we're going to do 8 reps on one leg, feeling a little bit more of a stretch on that right leg. Then you'll switch, bend the other leg. Same thing, but we're going to have 8 reps on both sides instead of 15 total. Then we have 10 front raise, 10 lateral raise, and 10 reverse flies. If you have a light resistance band, this one's great for it. If you have light dumbbells, make sure you got a pair. You can even use soup cans, whatever works for you. But we're going to step on that band, nice and tight core. You're going to have 10 front raises, 10 lateral raises, keeping those elbows slightly bent, and then 10 reverse flies. So we're going to have to get a nice flat back, and we're going to pull and squeeze right between those shoulder blades. That one's a lot easier with some weights. So if you do have light weights, just make sure you're getting a nice squeeze and that we're not rounding in our back. Keep a flat back. If you don't feel comfortable bent over for that position, all you need to do, grab that resistance band, bring it up, squeeze your shoulder blades together, okay? So if you feel like you can get a better squeeze between the back of your shoulders. Standing up like this, do that instead, okay? So guys, I'm gonna set a timer for 5 minutes, or actually 4 minutes, sorry. We're gonna go a little bit quicker on this, and then Lori's gonna be doing her stretching right after. So, we'll do 4.5 minutes. All right, guys, we're starting off with those RDLs in 10 seconds. All right, 3, 2, 1. I'm doing single leg here. So I'm on the toes with my left foot. I'm feeling more of a stretch in my right leg. We're gonna go a quicker pace. Keep that flat back. So I'm doing 8 on one leg and then 8 on the other. And then grabbing my resistance band. 10 forward. 10 lateral. And if you want less resistance, guys, just step one foot down instead of both feet. All right, back to my RDL. 3 minutes. Nice job, guys. Come on. This is meant to be more exhausting this round. Keep that core tight. Woo! 2 minutes, 15 seconds. Let's go. I'm shooting for 3 sets. Woo! I'm gonna do a standing version of those reverse flies. Watch that form. Don't get sloppy on me. All right, 1 minute, guys. Woo! 30 seconds. All right, we're gonna finish. We got 18 seconds left. Finish with some RDLs. one, relax. All right, guys, Laura's gonna be teaching stretch right after this, so I wanna make sure she can hop on. Just real quick for me, take those hands behind, pull those shoulders back. Reach them up to the ceiling, push those hands up. Get those feet right underneath your hips, knees slightly bent. We're gonna take a big exhale. We're gonna reach down toward our toes. You can either have hands on your thighs, shins, or toes. Good, one vertebrae at a time, right back up, big inhale. Exhale, reach. And last one, big inhale up. Exhale, reach. All right, guys, please check out Laura's stretch class. She's starting right when I end this. Or if you're doing this later on your own, check it out. She's going to go more in depth on stretching. Thanks, guys. Have a good rest of your day.